Welcome to Some Joyful Noises, a music podcast with no rhyme, rhythm, or reason. This show is a proud member of the Anazal Podcast Network. The reason we do this show is for community, not because any of us are music experts, but rather because we believe that music helps shape community, and that's something that's really important to all of us at the Anazal Podcast Network. I'm Joshua Noel. I am the producer of this show. I say producer and not host because this show has no host. It has no schedule. It has no format. You are just as much the host as I am. If you would like to find out how you could lead your own episode of Some Joyful Noises, then listen to the end of the show for an invitation to lead your own conversation on this podcast. We hope you enjoy this show with no rhyme, no rhythm, and no reason. Hey guys, welcome back to Some Joyful Noises. I am Joshua Noel. I won't say host because this show has no host. It's a music podcast with no rhyme, no rhythm, and no reason. Anyone can host an episode. Anyone can jump on and do whatever they want. There's literally no structure to this. Speaking of which, today, Josh Patterson is going to be leading a conversation with me, Joshua Noel, and good friend TJ Tiberius Juan Blackwell. We're talking about some songs that he thinks pairs well with a comic Middlewest, and I'm going to let him take it from here because I'm musically illiterate, and that's why other people are here.
It's true. It is true. Well. Hello, friends. I'm now somehow in charge on a podcast that is not Rethinking Fate. Joshua and I have been doing a podcast crossover thing where we talk about comics called Rethinking Comics. And so basically, I don't know anything about comics. Joshua has been sending me or like telling me like, hey, this is a good comic. We're going to read it. There's good themes. We'll talk about it. And the last one we did was a comic called Middlewest. And the entire time, from the moment that the book arrived on my front porch and I opened it and looked at it, I was like, this needs a Midwest Emo soundtrack. And so then during the episode, I told Joshua that, and I told him I will put like 5 songs together that could go with this book. And I'll send it to you and we can post it on the episode and then people can listen to it if they want. I ended up sending him 6 songs. One of them that I thought just fit well, but isn't technically Midwest Emo. It's more like indie rock, poppy kind of thing. But it was my playlist, and so I decided to do what I want. So that's how this happened, and now we're here. Now we're talking about it.
Now we're here.
I still don't know what Midwest Emo is.
It's so like there's emo music, right? And then imagine that, but it's in the Midwest. And it is a little bit different. It still has the kind of like sad, emotional, hence emo, right? It's emotional music. So you get a lot of like, my girlfriend dumped me. I am sad. My friends are assholes. I am sad. I am drunk and I am sad. Like these are kind of themes that are common. But with Midwest Emo, the guitar playing tends to be a little bit more intricate. A little bit more mathy, as they would say. They like to play in some weird time signatures. It's a little bit more clean, kind of like twinkly, if you will. But it still fits that kind of like sad boy or girl or person vibes.
Yeah.
TJ, would you?
Yeah. So Midwest Emo really is kind of like a combination of the emo music of like the 90s and 2000s and prog rock, math rock. A few people just got together. They were inspired by like Slint, which if you never listen to Slint, that they're like huge formative genre defining band that somehow refuses to be defined by a genre. Slint rocks. But them, Squirrel Bait, and it just kind of became this, like Josh said, more intricate and still demonstrably whiny genre of music. It's like it's a defining quality. It is very whiny.
Not known for great vocals.
Not known for great vocals. A lot of Midwest emo music. It's popular because it's very emotional.
Yeah.
And it's very real. It's not like overproduced. The vocals are usually not great. It's just very authentic. And I think that's why it resonates with a lot of people. Midwest emo, I think we're currently in like what they call fourth wave emo, which I think all of the songs we're talking about today are fourth wave, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
but because what is it? Our oldest band we're talking about is Modern Baseball, and they started in like 2012. The genre's gone through a lot, and it exploded in popularity because of like COVID during the pandemic. People got sadder and whinier, and they're like, "Oh, there's already a genre for this. That's awesome." So it has exploded in popularity over the last 6-ish years, which brings us to today, where just kids, like normal kids, are like, "Yeah, man, I love the Front Bottoms and American football
and Hot Mulligan,
and especially Hot Mulligan."
I like Hot Mulligan.
So I've said this before for people who listen to this and other podcasts randomly that we mention music on. I wasn't allowed to listen to music that wasn't either produced by, Disney or say the word Jesus until I went to college. So I'm still like discovering a lot of bands and people that I should have known my whole life. So it's like I'm always just constantly like, I just now learned what music is, But I do know
it's fun.
In high school, a mutual friend of me and TJ's, whenever our friend Felipe would pick me up, I listen to what he has in the car. I'm not going to complain about what other people listening to. It's not my rule, it's my parents' rule. And I'm just like, yeah, this vibes. But I never knew what it was, so never looked into it again. And that like that 90s emo then, that's kind of what this reminded me of. Also, y'all complaining about the whiny, like being sad about things, also just makes me think of like weirdly country music. I feel like does a lot of the same thing. Very different music, but a lot of like trucks gone, sad. Girls gone, sad.
Dog died, sad.
Fish is gone, sad.
Right. I just want to. What is that? Never mind. We're not.
I just want to fish.
I'm gonna get political. I can't even do the lyrics. I don't know them. I just want to wear my boots.
I don't either.
Did you see the Jon Stewart thing about with that? Because that was so funny. Jon Stewart's like, is it really that hard to be country? He's like, I think you could do all of these things, guys.
All of them are.
My favorite's like at the end, Jon Stewart's like, and for the love of God, don't forget to feed the fucking dog. What do you mean? Just feed your dog. Oh, that's so funny.
Correct. But I don't know. For me, I feel like TJ, actually, I'm interested for you. Joshua found out because I told him about it. But for me, I listened to a lot of like heavier stuff, starting in like late middle school, early high school kind of thing. And then emo, I started getting to emo like from that. And you have like, screamo, which is like the combination, and then I got into bands like, from Warped Tour, like, The Story So Far and The Wonder Years, and like this kind of thing. And then that is what then led me into kind of like the Midwest emo stuff. Some songs started showing up on like, random Spotify playlist and all. And I was like, this music captures how I feel. I am an inherently sad person, so I'm going to listen to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually kind of have a similar story to both of you. I did not grow up in like a nearly as strict, pious household as Josh, but we didn't have internet, so I just didn't really get to explore much music growing up. I only got to listen to like what my sister listened to, because she's like 9 years older than me, and like what my cousins were listening to. So in and amongst that rotation of mid to late 2000s, Pitbull, whatever, Waka Flocka Flame, whatever she was listening to at the time. At some point, Hawthorne Heights made its way onto that playlist. Yeah, so I've been listening to Hawthorne Heights since I was like 7 or 8. And then eventually, like when I got to high school, like I had a phone, I could get on the internet, look up songs. I would just kind of, look around every once in a while. And then I met some people I was friends with, and they were like, oh, you should check out this band, Panic at the Disco. So from there, I'm like straight into the emo trinity. And then I kind of went the opposite direction of you. I went harder from there. So I got into like Slipknot. Not really. I was never a huge Slipknot fan. But like 3 Days Grace, Shine Down, a lot of my friends were listening to them. And then I got harder. And then I only listened to Amon Amarth for like almost a year. I've recovered, but I do know all of the Amon Amarth songs.
I got better.
I used to have all. They're so good.
Yeah.
But I've kind of mellowed out with Midwest Emo. I listen to it a lot.
Same.
Like at least one Midwest Emo track a day, just because of the way I listen to music. I just shuffle everything. So it's just, I just kind of found it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I like
My
it.
whiny outlet is folk music. I like really depressing folk music, especially Passenger, because I get like philosophically whiny. That's where it's at for me, you know? Yeah. But I think the strongest music I listen to is because of TJ. Pretty much everything I listen to is due to either TJ or my wife being like, hey, Josh, do you know insert like band everyone's heard of? And me being like, well, never heard of that. And me like, here's Sugar Ray. Here's the Beatles, Josh. How do you not know who? I did know who the Beatles were for the record, but some of them are probably that ridiculous. But I think the hardest thing I listen to is probably pirate metal. Shout out Ailstorm. Yeah.
Yes, Ailstorm.
That's what he's
because of
TJ.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's TJ's fault.
Good job, TJ.
It is my
well
fault.
done.
But that's just kind of how it went for me. And I lost my train of thought again. I just can't think.
It's all good.
The sun's down. I'm not doing my best.
Yeah.
I turned my brain off at like 7, so we're in trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must be very late for you. I'm interested to see what happens later if you shut your brain off.
I don't need it.
It gets bad.
35 minutes ago.
It gets really bad.
Actually, I do know what that's like. I've hung out with Josh till wee hours of the morning at FortCon. Yeah, that was a good time.
I don't know if I turned my brain off that whole time, though. Like, I feel like at that particular event, it was like, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, Josh, do I technically count as open theist if? And Josh was like, dude, it's 3 a.m. Yeah,
does the future exist? Yes or no? There's your answer.
No.
Hard to say.
You're an open theist. Does not.
I just have a complex relation to time.
Yeah,
that infuriates Dr. Ord, but it's fine. At least I don't think the future's real. I think he should give me that.
Yeah, it is really fun to talk to him about time.
Tom, yeah. Have you guys? Do you know R.T. Mullins? Have you heard of him?
I know about him from you.
Yeah. He if you guys really want to go crazy on time, talk to R.T. Mullins. He is very much into the philosophy of time and is like, when there are time questions that Tom can't answer or is like not comfortable speaking into, he'll be like, go talk to Ryan. So
I like it.
Yeah. R.T. Mullins.
Yeah. So we're going to get to some of these songs or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I guess for the playlist, let me just read it off real quick. The songs I put together, and now this is not reminiscent of like necessarily my favorite 5 songs or something like that. They were 5 songs that I tried to think thematically what would go with the themes of this book. And that's why I picked these 5. Now, one of them, the first one, happens to be a song that I like very much and was the number 1 played song on my Spotify in 2025. And that's How Do You Know It's Not Armadillo Shells by Hot Mulligan. So that's the first song. The second one is called Tongue Tied by Free Throw, which that entire album is fantastic. It's kind of like a breakup album. It's very sad. Last year, they put out a 10-year anniversary edition. Very good. Would recommend. Then a song that I don't really know how I found it. TJ asked me earlier, just showed up on a playlist one day. Cause I don't even know if it's a full on band, if it came from a TV show or what, but there's a song called A Sitcom Without You Is Just a Drama. And it's really cool. It's basically a Midwest emo song where all of the lyrics are references to sitcoms, and it's very clever. Then Scott Pilgrim vs. My GPA from Mom Jeans, which is a rather popular band in the genre. Finally, Tears Over Beers by Modern Baseball, which again, Modern Baseball, pretty popular. And then I added a 6th song, Don't Tell the Boys by PDUSA, who doesn't actually count for the genre, but thematically I thought was right on par, and it was my playlist, so I decided I could do whatever I want. So,
yeah. Which, to be fair, to your credit, PD blew up on TikTok because people were getting into Midwest Emo, and he just kind of rode along. And now he's a musician.
Yeah, dude. I stumbled upon him first through his like silly, stupid videos that he would make where he would play like 5 or 6 different characters. I loved that shit. Like very dry humor, hilarious. And then I was like, and he does music? What?
Nice.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm going to try to cross post this to Systematic Ecology. So if you're listening there, go check out some Joyful Noises. We like what we do here, those of us who do things. I'm going to try to, at least for a few of these, do like if this was a TV series made by Amazon Prime, which I think would have to be 2 seasons to get like exactly what I would want, where I think the song would play. Because like in my mind, that's how I was going about. Like there's at least 2 that I was like, oh, I know when this song's coming on. This is going to be great.
All right, well, how about this, Joshua? Since I sent you the playlist, let's start with which one of these 6 songs that you've been listening to, for like a week or so now? Yeah. Out of the 6 of them, which one stands out to you the most and why? And then we'll talk about that one.
That's hard because it's between 2.
Okay.
A sitcom without you is just there's ... here, just a drama.
Just a drama. Yep.
And then Scott Pilgrim versus my GPA. And I think for 2 different reasons. I think the sitcom one, realistically, is because like I just like wordplay, and when I'm like, ooh, I get that reference. Like I'm like Captain America all the time. I'm like, oh, I get that one. That's just how I feel.
Right now.
So like that was probably why I love that. But the other one, Scott Pilgrim versus my GPA. I think it's because like the moment that I imagine that playing during the comic, I'm like, that's one of my favorite moments, and this is going to be awesome.
Oof. All right. Well,
whenever I convince Amazon Prime to make the show, it's going to be perfect.
Let's start with that one. All right. We'll start with Scott Pilgrim versus my GPA because you have the perfect moment in the comment. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to have TJ play a bit of it for us first, and then cool?
Yeah. There's no reason to this. We'll just whatever.
Look at that, best buds. It's a cute photo.
So leave my sweater on the porch. I'll leave your bag under the stairs. Don't go back to our old place. It's probably locked up anyway.
So yeah, for fair use reasons, we should probably stop there.
But that's fine.
But Josh, I think Mom Jeans is the one band you should like the most from this. Because they love Bob's Burgers.
It's funny. I was gonna ask you guys like if I'm gonna like check out one of these artists more, which artist am I most likely to? So you already answered that.
I'll just send you the song where Linda introduces the song.
Perfect. Yeah. So in my mind, you guys might want to listen to that other podcast that we did that's on Systematic Ecology's website, as well as Rethinking Faith Patreon. It's on free for both of those. So you guys can just go listen to it. Because I don't want to like explain the whole comic, but there's a moment Abel is running from his dad. His dad's a literal storm, just like wrecking shit all over the place. Abel kind of finds, like the found family trope kind of thing amongst some carnies. It is just like a moment that Josh talked about that stood out to him when he was like, wait a minute, I'm actually wanted. Like, I'm not just like here, like I'm wanted. And like, I just feel that like I see him like starting to work with the carnies and this kind of playing like I'm happy here and maybe like flashing back to the house, like leave my towel on the porch, like all the stuff. Like I'm like, this is the moment. And then of course that'll be like right near the end of season 1. And after that is when Abel turns to a storm. And I just think it'd be a good cliffhanger. Good season 1. Like, what's next? Season 2 would be much better than season 1 if that was the case, but worth it. Worth it for the setup,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works well. That's a good tie-in, man. I like it.
Is that kind of what you had in mind, or like you picked the songs? Like, what was your thought when you were like this one?
Yeah. I mean, this one. So this kind of has like, this is kind of like a quintessential breakup song, but it does have that kind of like there was a bad thing that happened, and I'm sad about that. But now this new thing is happening, and I'm learning to be okay with that. And so thematically, that's kind of how it tied in for me. You know, because especially as it goes on later in the song after he's saying I'm happy here and they do the ba-da-da-da-da thing. He says over and over and over, I sleep well alone now. I sleep well alone now. And so the beginning of the song starts out with like, I don't know what went wrong. He's, it's hard for me to see exactly where the hell I went wrong. I never thought I'd see the day we wouldn't get along. So you have this like relationship, it shatters. Now it's like, I'm out of that, but I've figured out how to sleep alone. And so, and it maintains the sadness, right? Because I don't like sleeping alone, but
it's melancholy.
Yeah.
Because like
that's the good word.
The song, you're over it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You're looking back at it at this point.
Look back at it.
But it's still so sad.
Yeah. I got goosebumps when I first heard that. Like, because, I've been in a few different pretty serious relationships. I remember like that post breakup when you're like, oh, that's right. I'm just going to bed when I want by myself. And it's like, it's weird at first, You're like, learning to be happy with that again can be hard. I was like, yeah, it was good.
And the trumpet.
Yeah, the trumpet's nice. That
is true. I do love some brass,
Yeah, quality. All right. Well, that was the first bit. Mom Jeans, thank you for showing up. Do we want to talk about the sitcom one next, since that was your kind of, between those two? I was
thinking one of them, I don't remember which song it is. Okay. I feel like one of them talks a lot, or at least a couple times mentions the dad or a dad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Let's see.
So maybe I made that up. I thought one of them did.
Well, the Hot Mulligan song has a whole bit about how he's happy that the parent, he's like, basically saying like, I don't, I hate to be a bummer, but I'm, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. He says, and it's happened again. Another friend said, marry me, while unknowingly signing away the life that he wanted. I'm glad, but none of our parents stayed together. I hate to be a bummer, but I have 3 more beers from calling a cab. So like, there's that bit where he talks specifically about parent breakup, and also like, oh dude, my friend just got into a relationship and that's stupid of him because he's just going to get screwed over and he signed away his life.
That's
so there's that bit.
I think there's 2 because I remember that. I think the other one I remember there being a dad, actually I think was the sitcom one, because he talks about how like, I wish my dad stayed in the office. So I think both of those have the parent thing. The parent
that's towards the end of the song. Yeah, he says, I wish my dad was stuck in the office like the rest, or they were married with children, but without the recast. The happy days and good times are memories at best. My life ain't a sitcom, but this episode's my last.
Which is a good one. That really
which
fits,
is a crazy line.
Yeah.
If you're only going to listen to one song from this episode of us talking, it should probably be this one. I think this is the cleverest.
It's very clever. Maybe. Yeah.
Very clever. And sometimes it's not. And I think that's also very clever.
Which one is this? I can't read.
This is the A Sitcom Without You is Just a Drama by Midwest Goodbye. Which came out in 2024.
I love the beginning too, because it's like, doesn't it start with a Boy Meets World?
Yeah,
world
the beginning's
clip?
beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, like you should just listen to this song in its entirety after you listen to this episode.
All of you.
Or send another text. Everybody hates bliss in this family. I'm ready for the next, but can't forget the community. Even Steven can't forget. Push me on the swing that Homer had South Parks and Rec. It's always sunny in Arizona, at least that's what you tell me. But I'd rather you were here and kept it all in the family. Keep up with the Joneses, Shepherds, the Simpsons, and Cosby's. You are my rock, so cheers. Here's to being 30 and lonely. Will you even know me? But if my life is a sitcom, give me a break from the tragedy. I'm ready to move out somewhere west of the Silicon Valley, but the sign fell wrong. Now I'm stuck inside of the memory, a fresh scent of the air, golden hair smiling back at me. I want a rest to develop as a man in the story, but I took a breath, allowing growing pain inside of the family. To be king of the hill, I deserve to live ever happily. Instead, I scrubbed the pain away like there is nothing happening. Remember, because I did the full house that we had far from.
God, crazy.
We have to stop, or we're just going to listen to the whole rest of it because it just keeps getting more intense. But this is also the song that I thought would be the funniest to imagine Josh listening to, because I know for a fact he does not know most of these shows.
I know a lot of them, but I will say, like, watching the music video, I was like, man, I think I might have only picked up on like half of the references, which is still a lot of references.
That's what I was thinking, like
that's crazy.
Maybe half.
Yeah. But I need to watch the music video. That was awesome.
To your point, though, the opening bit is really beautiful. It's like he's like, oh, and like, what do you do on the holidays or something like that? He's like, oh, well, I get together with a few of my really close friends and we celebrate each other. It's it's quite beautiful. And then the guy's like, oh, well, like that must be hard not being with your actual family. And then he does the cheesy, but also like tugs on your heartstring line about like, oh, family, family's not necessitated by blood or whatever. He doesn't say it that way. He says it more beautifully than
Which, me being a dork, because I watched a lot of Disney, being a Florida kid who wasn't allowed to watch a lot of things. I remember, I'm pretty sure I remember where that scene comes from, because it's when the kid remembers, basically he first realizes that his teacher doesn't have a family at Christmas. He's like, wait a minute, what do you do at Christmas? And what's going on? And he's like, well, much like what you do, Matthew, is we get together and we share these memories. And it's like, well, that's not quite the same. And I'm just like, I'm a TV dork. That's why part of why I loved Community so much is like Abel's whole, like everything's actually a sitcom. Sometimes that's just how my brain works. I said Abel, didn't I? Listen, it's hard to like, my brain doesn't work past 7. We're talking about Abel and Middlewest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. From the comic book. Fine. Yeah, Abel, Abed, they're the same.
Yeah,
not even close.
Not the Bible.
not even similar.
But a more different.
Yeah, I can only imagine how this song came to be, like how writing this song went. Because I've been chilling on a couch somewhere, just talking to the dudes, and all of a sudden we're just listing things. I could totally see that being the reason that they wrote this song, is they were just chilling listing sitcoms, and then someone was like, I bet we could write all of those into a song.
Yeah, and there's some very creative ways they pull it off too.
There are. One time I was looking at the IMDb list, like of top 200 movies of all time, and I cannot remember what it is, but it's like in the 120s somewhere, or closer to 200. And I looked at my friend Stone and I was like, dude, name 125 movies better than Jaws. And then he sat there and named 125 movies.
Dang, that reminds me of, this is probably a fairly controversial movie to bring up, but it reminds me of the movie The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville. And there's that scene where the one guy's like, a savant, and then the next guy tries to show him up and he's like, oh yeah, name any movie. And the guy says Jaws. And he's like, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
That is a good movie though.
Yeah. Actually, I think our mutual friend Ryan Does on his new horror podcast did Jaws with my buddy Derek Weston. They're going through like horror movies. And so
that's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't he doing that with Leah too?
I think he recorded an episode with Leah, but it's not specifically with her. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's called Everyday Dread.
Stuff. Josh, curious, if you picking the song, was there a moment in the comic that you feel like this goes with, or is this just like general vibe, or like how are you?
Yeah, I went general vibe for this one, just like the overall storytelling and the gist of it. And I mean, running through sitcoms, going through like family stuff, the entire comic is, a big family question and problem. So it felt thematically appropriate. And I mean, I could see like, Middlewest being turned into something like a sitcom. I think it'd be more of a drama, but there's some funny parts. I laughed at parts in that comic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially a wizard in overalls just does it for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Classic every time.
Yeah.
Like,
but
get fucked.
I was of two minds in my imaginary TV show. Okay. I'm of two minds because I'm like, this could be, and maybe it's both. We do some like parallel stuff with this, like, because I could see the beginning when Abel's like home and his dad's like freaking out because he didn't like deliver the newspapers or whatever dumb shit started it all right. I could see it playing then. It's like, the good times, happy, whatever. It was all just made believe. I could see it then. I could also see it near the end when he's, I forget the guy's name, but the guy who's doing like all the child labor and he's basically imprisoned. Mm-hmm. I can see it then too, because he's thinking back to like the Carnies and how they rejected him, how his dad rejected him, all this stuff that's happened throughout the whole story. So I can see like a little bit of almost like a parallel with that,
Yeah. That like towards, Yeah, or like, what about you throw it as like an ending credit where kind of they do like a montage.
Yeah.
It's like end credits, they do a montage that kind of runs through the whole story, and it kind of like he remembers it in his mind, and that's the song that's playing as it goes through.
Yeah. And then they'll have to do like a year later, like one happy episode that's just, oh yeah, by the way, he does get back with his friends.
Right.
just let it draw out though. Let us all be whiny about it for a while first.
That's the best part of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel it.
There's no
I
reconciliation.
have it here.
Yeah.
I'll give you my theory. And I tested this on Dan Koch, who is like a licensed therapist, psychologist, PhD, blah, blah, blah. Dan Koch.
He's officially smart now.
Yeah, he's a dork, is what he is. But I was like, Dan, I have a theory. I noticed that I have a tendency to try to stuff what I perceive as negative emotion. So any kind of like sadness, depression, these kind of things. However, I love emo music, and I feel it deeply. And so I wonder if listening to emo music, and also here's the other part, I'm a deeply empathetic person. And so like I carry the weight of my friends a lot. And so my theory is that part of why I like emo music is because it gives me permission to feel my own shit. But to me, it seems like I'm being empathetic because I'm feeling the people's emotions from the song. So it's a cheat code where I'm tricking myself into feeling my emotions.
Yeah. So you have
You
permission.
didn't pay Dan to tell him that, did you?
So you have permission, but you don't necessarily have religion on the mind.
I think that would be a conflict of interest and like some kind of ethical dilemma since we're friends. But yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, because it sounds like you. Yeah, it sounds like you solved the problem. You answer it yourself.
Yeah, I therapized myself, Dan, so you can.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, nice degree, by the way. I figured it out.
I have a podcast too, guys. I do theology and psychology.
Guys, I have a friend who doesn't believe in psychiatry, like psychologists. They're just like, I don't think it works. And I'm like, it's annoying because you're one of the people that I think need it the most, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it the friend that just would lie to them?
No.
I have friends like that. They're like, oh, therapy doesn't work because I just wouldn't tell them.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
The thing is just like, well, could you like tell me to talk about stuff? I already know what I need to talk about. Why wouldn't you say it out loud? I'm like, all right. You do you, I guess. Anyway.
Sick.
By the way, before we move too far on, it was Jaws. Jaws is number 200 all time.
Nice.
So I asked him to name 199 movies better than Jaws. He couldn't do that, but he did name 199 movies.
That's pretty good.
It was crazy.
I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I probably could because, MCU gives me at least 25, I feel.
No. We did one per franchise.
Yeah, that makes
number
it
one?
easier. Yeah.
Not
What's the number one movie on that list, TJ?
Shawshank. I'm pretty sure.
That makes sense.
That wouldn't be mine.
Yeah. It's Shawshank, then The Godfather, Dark Knight, Godfather 2, and then 12 Angry Men.
Dark Knight should not be that high. I'm sorry. It's an
shut up,
overrated.
man.
It's a really good
Shut up,
film,
man.
but it's overrated.
Shut up.
It's a
All
good
right.
movie. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
All right, TJ, I'm going to throw it to you. You get to choose next. So you have between How Do You Know It's Not Armadillo Shells by Hot Mulligan, Tongue Tied by Free Throw,
I'm choosing Tears Over Beers.
Modern Baseball. There you go.
I'm choosing Tears Over Beers. This is the one that I probably listen to the most.
Nice.
That's
It's a good
not
song.
technically Midwest Emo,
it's a
right?
good song.
That's what you said?
It
No, it
is.
is.
Which one
No,
isn't?
this one is.
PDUSA.
PDUSA.
PDUSA. Oh, okay, wait.
It's
Sorry,
a PD
I only had 5 on my screen.
You know,
Okay.
it's too Miley Cyrus.
Ah.
That was a
She
bad
counts.
joke.
Mhm.
I will see myself out.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah,
Montana's
Tears Over
Midwest, right?
Beers.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No, Montana doesn't actually
It's
exist.
a made up place.
Gotcha.
Like Finland.
Yeah.
But I listen to it the most. I like to listen to it in the mornings. It's just, I don't know. I really vibe with the song. I don't know if there's any other way to really put it. And we're just gonna listen to my favorite part of
Let's
the song.
do it.
Dead. All I can hope for is for me to get better, 'cause all I can take is no more. I'll win it back again. We'll be lovers, best friends.
Beautiful.
So beautiful song. I love it. It's great. I have no clue how this relates to Middlewest. No idea.
Yeah, because this one's interesting because basically this is kind of a quintessential trope where it's like, but I'm a good guy. I might be awkward with girls, but I'm better than that asshole she's with. That's kind of the gist. Now I have to remember why I picked this one.
I feel like I misunderstood the song. Is actually what my brain is going with.
Well,
because for some reason my brain was thinking of I was thinking of Bobby and with the Carnies, and how she was kind of like, oh, he needs this more than I do. Like you know what I mean? Like she's like I got problems, but he needs this more than me. But I wasn't thinking relationship, so I feel like I just I missed it. I was thinking too much about the comic. That's what happened there. Yeah.
Well, as like a good precursor, if you're gonna listen to some Midwest emo, it's probably about a relationship.
Yeah.
This is true.
Some type of relationship at the very least.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Parents, friends, significant other,
dog.
I feel like Bobby was somewhere in between significant other and friend.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's the tension, kind of the, this is too strong of a way to put it, but there is kind of like a sexual tension between Abel and Bobby in the comic. I think they're feeling each other, but they're not going to say that they're feeling each other. Like one of those kind of things.
They might be too young. Maybe it's like a handhold tension,
Yeah, handhold tension.
Yeah.
There we go. We've all been in 6th grade.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, because no one was horny when they were young.
Never, not once.
The Lord clothed my loins.
Indeed.
Oh God, that's funny.
Praise
funny
God.
shit, though.
I've been girding my loins for years.
I had the if you have sex, you'll get pregnant and die talk.
Yeah, that's true. I could get you pregnant and you could die.
It would not be good. I'm not looking to get pregnant anytime soon.
Me neither.
Me neither. But
yeah, this was a fun one. And Modern Baseball is just a good band. That's another one you go listen to, Joshua.
Where do you see it in Middlewest? I know you're thinking a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just, again, to go back to the trope, it's about relationships. And that is what runs throughout, whether it's the Bobby Abel relationship, like you pointed out, or even like the Bobby and Bobby's robot, or the wizard and his sister, or Abel and his dad. You have all of these relational tensions constantly throughout. And so it's just thematically it works. And I wanted a Modern Baseball song.
I could see it.
Yeah, I feel like if you were going to cop out and just add one to have another Midwest emo song, this is one of like the 5 or 10 songs that would come to mind.
Yeah. And it's called Tears Over Beers. And like, I don't know about you guys, but there's been multiple times when I personally have had tears over beers. So
I think once together, even actually,
probably.
I don't know if I've ever cried over a beer.
I thought it was just gonna stop. I don't know if I spilled it. Cried.
Yeah, I've never cried in my life.
As a baby.
So awful. I'm crying.
No, I cried once today because it's the 25th anniversary of Dale Earnhart's death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a really sad montage.
Montage
that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. You made me think of something though, Josh, because you talk about like all the different relationships. If we're going with the like, at least I'm not as bad as that guy, Abel's dad and his dad, the grandpa. I can see that kind of relationship. They don't ever interact in the comic, but like I can kind of see that where like he probably is thinking that the whole time of like, well, I'm not as bad as my dad.
Yeah, because there is, throughout they do have that bit where like you find out Abel's dad is acting just like his dad. And then there are parts where Abel starts to act like his dad. And so it's like this, like we talked about in the episode, the generational trauma, these things getting passed down.
Yeah. That's a good pick. I just didn't associate without it first, but now I'm associated with a lot of stuff.
All of the things.
That might play every episode. It's fine.
All right. So I'll pick the next one since I haven't picked one yet. I'm torn because I love all 3 of these songs genuinely. Let's break the genre for a minute. We're about about halfway through the songs. Let's go with Don't Tell the Boys by PDUSA. because I absolutely adore this song, and I'll share a little bit about why after TJ plays his selection from it.
Don't tell the boys that we done spent the week inside and watched 3 seasons of the OC till Marissa fucking dies. And though at times I'm more like Ryan, you're a little more like Seth. You're so quick-witted when we talk about what happens after death.
Boom.
Yeah, this is another one I'm going to have to
I feel like we
watch
can get
the
away
video.
with a little bit.
Yeah,
This is another one I'm going to have to
I
watch.
feel like
that.
you can get away with more on PD. PD's just
watch the music, the official music video, and then there's a live recording they did of it, Joshua, that I will send you because it's amazing. But then it goes on to the next bit. He says, I heard your brother's in the desert. He's been fighting for our freedom. He's been chasing nameless faces ever since he finished rehab. Can we support the individual without supporting the whole damn complex? It's either shooting guns or heroin. At least one of them pays for college. All shit. That is some high quality writing right there. And like, I recognize that in my own self because like I have some pretty strong non-violent tendencies and don't think that blowing people up is a good idea. But also I have very close friends that are law enforcement or active military. I have many, I come from a family of active military people. And so like the whole bit about like supporting an individual without supporting the whole complex is interesting to wrestle with. It's either shooting guns or heroin line. That's nuts. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
That gets me every time. So thematically, why I picked this song for the comic should be obvious. It's about friendship. And friendship is really important in the comic. And it's the whole found family bit like Joshua was talking about earlier. That's why I picked it. But one thing that I really like about this song, part of the vulnerability about it, is that it's a song about the importance of male friendship. And it kind of has this trope in it, don't tell the boys, because there's, kind of like with the ingrained homophobia within culture, where it's like, oh, if I have this kind of like close friendship with another guy as a dude, where I'm like crying or we're being honest and we're being vulnerable and we're watching, the OC, and talking about our problems, like that's really good and helpful, but don't tell the rest of the guys. They're going to like make fun of us for it. So I just think it captures, I think it speaks into something that's very real. And then the kind of the fear of like, oh, but we don't want people to know, but also he's naming that. So it's bringing that out into the light. And I just think from like a cultural perspective where I very much value friendship and I have a lot of guy friends who I have cried in front of, I think this is just a beautiful thing to put into the world of toxic masculinity and people who want to say empathy is bad. So,
yeah. It is a masterstroke of writing the phrase shooting guns or heroin, because the phrase itself is also like trying to reconcile the military industrial complex, because the reason it's so strong is because look, a lot of people have a couple of options. You can either be a junkie or join the military.
Yeah.
Like it's right there. And then he keeps singing about it.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I think people should email me and let me know which is more of a don't tell the boys moment. Me and J Patty possibly crying over the beers, or me and TJ having to share a one person tent that one time. You guys let me know which one's more don't tell the boys.
I haven't told nobody, but it's not a story I tell a lot.
You've mentioned it on the whole church at least once. That's why I thought it was
least
safe.
once.
Is it safe for me to say that just then?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
It just doesn't come up a lot.
I mean, there's no reason.
Josh and I had to sleep. Josh, just in case you didn't know, if you're not personally familiar with Joshua Noel, hates being touched.
That's accurate.
Cannot stand being touched. We're not going to air out anyone on the show, But the other person with us on that campsite did not smell very good.
Yeah.
So instead of sharing the 3-person tent with her, like I was going to plan to do, Josh caved and was like, okay, we can share my 1-person tent.
Yeah.
And 1 person, like it's like a North Face Stormbreaker tent.
Yeah.
Like it really is for 1 person.
I think to me,
and we still did it without touching each other.
I was going to say
slept like both on our shoulders, on our sides, just perfectly vertical.
Yeah, like I don't want to fall into the whole like, oh yeah, toxic masculinity, because like it's not that, but I am genuinely impressed that we somehow managed to just not touch at all. Like it was a very tiny space.
I remember in high school, me and my buddy Alex used to like to pitch a tent in my parents' backyard and camp in the backyard or whatever. And one time it was pouring to the point where this was like at least a 3 or 4 person tent. And it was storming so bad that the tent was sideways, where it was like basically like the roof of the tent is like hitting you in the face, and the tent was flooding. So Alex and I just kept getting closer and closer and closer together because all the water was on the outside. And it got to the point where eventually we were like, yeah, I guess we have to go inside now.
That's pretty funny. That reminds me of what actually happened. There was a flood. The 3-person tent was flooded. So it was either we all slept in the car together, or 1 person slept in the car and the other 2 shared a 1-person tent. Yeah, that's what it's right. That was rough. That was a rough.
The other
trip.
thing is also true, though.
Yeah. Still, yeah.
The other part
also
true.
So this song with the comic, I don't know exactly when, but it's definitely when Abel's taken prisoner with like the child labor guy, right? Because like there, you have the story of the one girl who's there who is, basically ran away because her dad's like hates gay people.
Yeah,
and I could see her being like, "Don't tell the boys,"
Sure,
kind of similar, not exactly the same, similar vibe. I could see Abel because he's showing his emotions and he's trying to be a tough guy, also kind of being like, there's just a lot of moments of that. Even Abel's dad, where he's almost gets emotional at the bar and instead decides, let's start a fight.
Yeah.
I
think that's important. That's cool though, because now I'm going to give you guys TMI in therapy. But I think this is interesting because publicly, typically anger is the quote unquote negative emotion that men are allowed to display. Right. And things like sadness and vulnerability tend not to be great. For me, that's flipped. I stuff anger and I am comfortable like being on stage in front of 600 people and crying or being vulnerable. But then what's bad about that is I turn into a tornado when I do get angry and I do stupid things like punch my refrigerator and break my hand, which happened back in December. So like, I think that like trope shows up in the comic in that scene exactly because as Abel's dad is getting to a point where he's being invited to be vulnerable, to admit that he's wrong, to express, sadness and regret, whatever. Instead of doing that, he just turns to anger, which again seems to be the only socially acceptable negative emotion for men to express.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little vulnerable and maybe weird here, but I feel weird. Weird's fitting. For me, this is reminding me again of the moment when Abel's with the carnies the first time, and the first time he's like, "Oh, I'm wanted," because like hearing you talk about it kind of makes me realize I don't know how to word this without just sounding obnoxious, so I apologize.
Do it.
I don't really bottle stuff. I just don't feel stuff as much as other people seem to. Like it's like, and that's like across the board. Like I get where like it's advantageous with like the sad things, like, oh, I don't get sad, so like I don't get made fun of like guys crying all the time, but also like I do get made fun of sometimes. Like, hey Josh, that should have made you angry. Like I don't know, guys, I don't know what to tell you, it just didn't. And like I remember like for me it's hard to be open about that because it either sounds like a humble brag and like you're a jerk, or it sounds like you're heartless. And like I feel like the beer camp guys, the Algae beer camp, whenever I start getting around you guys for the first time, I'm like, I start to open up and just be myself. And I'm like, yeah, none of these guys care if I get emotional or don't get emotional. And equally makes me feel accepted. That was like, there's no expectation of how I'm going to react,
Yeah. I've seen Josh cry though, just so we're clear.
Oh yeah, it does happen. And I do get angry. It's just pretty rare.
Yeah. Just, he's not some emotionless robot.
Yeah. No.
Josh does have
I'm not
emotions.
Mitt Romney, but
I miss Mitt Romney, man.
Yeah, me too.
I miss when both candidates were like,
same.
Okay,
you know,
Decent people.
neither made you angry. There we go.
yeah, I miss when the worst thing about a candidate was, oh, he's Mormon.
Oh god, yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other day. I was talking about that. I was like, y'all remember when it was like a huge thing that Mitt Romney used the phrase, "I have books of women," and now it's like no big deal that the president's in the Epstein files somehow. Like, what happened, dude? Like what? Yeah, it's
If
crazy.
you haven't heard,
we live in a time.
do you guys know who Propaganda is? The hip hop artist.
Yeah, because of you.
Oh, cool.
You made me listen to a song.
I'll do a humble brag real quick. I was on a call with him earlier today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because we're trying to get him to do fun stuff. But anyway, Prop has a podcast, Hood Politics, and it's really good. If you haven't listened to it, would recommend. But his most recent like short episode that he put out is about how Epstein was a pimp, and like his argumentation is very convincing because he argues that he said, well, the thing that's sad about this is that it makes the whole thing more gross because obviously you have the young girl thing, deeply problematic.
Yeah.
But the young girls were kind of like bait. What Epstein was actually selling was status and access. And the access to the young girls and then the access to like famous people kind of fed off of each other is very gross, very disgusting, very evil, demonic, if you will. And anyway, that episode's very good. Would recommend.
Yeah. And that's why if you've seen it, all of the times Elon Musk is in the files is him like begging to get to the island.
Right.
He's just begging to be invited and he doesn't because everyone else is like, hey, don't invite that guy.
Epstein's like, that guy's weird. Then like, something.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah. He's like, hey, we touch kids, but that guy, there's something wrong with him. Don't invite him to the island.
Absolutely not where I saw this conversation going.
No. What? Yeah. That's a less than joyful noise.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
I mean, it's a dark.
It's only some joyful noises.
Not every noise.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I will rescue us. We have 2 songs left. Joshua, it's back to you. You either get to do How Do You Know It's Not Armadillo Shells by Hot Mulligan or Tongue Tied by Free Throw. Where do you want to go?
I feel like I'm being selfish with this. I want to do How Do You Know It's Not Armadillos, but it's because I want Tongue Tied to be last more than it is I want to talk about.
Okay. Cool.
One.
EJ, you got Tongue Tied then.
That's fine with me. This is another one of those songs where like you really have to listen to all of it.
Yeah.
You really do. So I'm just going to play the fast part.
Do it.
Pulling out the pages that I wrote for you, hoping you don't think that I'm to panic, cause I know the truth might be too much. I'm not enough. I'm always disappointed in the things I write. Even when I speak, it seems the words will never come out right. Being alone, just bring me home.
It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
You know, I see this in 2 different places in the podcast, in the made up TV show also. if the comic was a show, you know,
Okay.
because like very much you hear him constantly like that first half, like what I'm saying, season 1 of like when he's on the journey, he's meeting the wizard in overalls, he's trying to find whatever, and he eventually finds the car and he's like his home. Like he's constantly like blaming himself, not his dad necessarily, like of like I wasn't good enough. This is me. I'm not good enough kind of deal. And like the fact that it's like talking about home too, and like I like the themes of the song fitting it, but I also see it after the Carnies reject him because he turns it to a storm. He caused that damage, and then him going, "It is me." Like to him, he had a moment of hope of like maybe I do have a found family, and then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, actually no, it's confirmed you are the problem, and that's where I see this. You know.
Does he literally turn into a storm? Does he like turn into a tornado?
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. It's
cool.
Like the art when it displays that.
Let me grab it off the
so
shelf and I'll
fucking
show
cool.
you. Continue talking.
Sweet. Like a Tasmanian devil kind of thing, or like a storm kind of thing?
I say storm.
Cool. Sweet.
Of course, Joshua just fucking had it already.
Yeah, it's just on his desk.
Yeah. He's going to find a full page spread before
cool.
me.
Cool. Sweet. So like a Hercules thing. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the
Yeah.
what are they
Like
called in
the
Hercules
Titans.
though? The Titans. Yeah, kind of like
They're called Titans.
Yeah.
I can't remember that one's name. I think that's Typhon.
I call it the wind one. Or the
I'm pretty sure
most
it's
annoying
Typhon.
one to fight in Kingdom Hearts 3. In fact, it's the only one that's annoying to fight in Kingdom Hearts 3. The rest of them, not so bad.
Yeah, the rest of them are a bunch of wimps.
Yeah, ironically,
Yeah,
lava nice, no problem. Wind, not going to happen. Maybe that's why Aang was so good. Who knows?
Yeah, that's why Sozin was like, hey, we have to kill those people. We have to get rid of
Yeah.
them.
Well, and it's true though, like, and I think that's why I love that in the comic of like they used a storm, because I feel like unless you've lived through a lot of hurricanes, I feel like a lot of people don't underestimate how much damage like tornadoes, hurricanes really cause. So like I love that they used that for this, that it's not just like you're not just impacting your family, it's like radial damage, collateral. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and as somebody who works in emergency management as a hazard mitigation project officer, where my job is to secure grant funding to mitigate against natural disaster and climate change, and somehow that's weirdly political, I will go on the record for saying, maybe this is controversial, tornadoes don't care who you vote for. If you have a Donald Trump sign out front or a Joe Biden sign out front, that tornado is going to destroy your house. So maybe we should all work together to mitigate against these disasters instead of turning it political. But maybe that's just me being crazy.
Yeah. If the weather machine was real,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it'd be different. I hate a boring conspiracy more than anything. Like weather machine, it's not even
I
interesting.
know. It's like just
except
as bad as Jewish space lasers. It's
Except for specifically
It's not even groundbreaking science.
when Dr. Doofenshmirtz did it. Then it was great.
It's not even like we just can influence the weather. It's just true.
Mhm.
We've been doing it since like the 70s and 80s for Chernobyl.
You Chernobyl. Insert here.
Yeah. But do you remember why Doofenshmirtz made the Raininator weather machine?
Do you remember?
No.
Literally just trying to ruin golf
Yeah.
games.
Oh, there you go.
Just tired of people playing golf.
Hilarious.
The Raininator.
Great.
Yeah.
That might be one of my favorite villains. Doofenshmirtz and Abel's dad. Two favorite villains, wildly different reasons.
Well, there you go. I'll say, so I picked this song thematically because of what you said, Joshua, like the kind of the insecurity that Abel has. And that's actually why this is one of my favorite songs, because newsflash, Josh Patterson, rather insecure person. And like, I love the chorus where, that TJ played, where it says, pulling out the pages that I wrote for you, hoping you don't think that I'm dependent because I know the truth might be too much. I'm not enough. I'm always disappointed in the things I write. Even when I speak, it seems the words never come out right. Coping alone, just bring me home. So like, I just personally feel this song as like a Josh Patterson chorus. But it relates to Abel in the comic for that reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's part of why it's one of my favorite, or it is my favorite comic too, is like the insecure bit. Like I don't have that much problems with my dad. Like that's not it for me. But like the insecurity, you guys want me, like that's the stuff where it's like, that's my jam. I don't know. I need that comic sometimes in my life. And this song goes really well with it. So maybe I need this too. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, TJ.
So I guess I get tongue tied.
Bring us home.
But before we even start tongue tied, there are not a lot of genres where a band will come up with a song that has a much like wildly more popular song by the same name,
Right.
in a similar genre. So shout out to Free Throw for going with tongue tied, and let's check it out.
What I say is what I get. I'm just tongue-tied, waiting in the back of my mind. Share with that a daily dose of my own stress and unsaid feelings that I won't forget. So I speak the truth into empty cans in the bottle. But it's not the of a diary, but put it to a
just never made the call. It's like standing on the edge so I can contemplate the fall. Did you forget?
All right, this is
excellent.
Other than A Sitcom Without You Is Just a Drama, this is the song on the playlist that I heard the least.
Okay.
This just it hasn't been around. I might have heard it once or twice, just in passing, like hanging out with like the skater kids. But because if you look up Tongue Tied, but also a great song.
Yeah.
But I do like this a lot. I've just kind of been listening to this playlist just intermittently over the past couple of days, just because it's not that different from what I just normally listen to. Yeah. Like any time I've been like, I want to listen to Tears Over Beers, I'll just click it in this playlist and then listen to the rest of it. But it's great. I think it really stands among these other giants of Midwest emo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm quite the fan of Free Throw. TJ, if you haven't listened to that album just as like full on through, I'd recommend it. I think you'll like it. This is a good song. I think it's probably in the top 5 songs on the album, but there's some really good ones on there. Some pretty heavy hitters. It's a breakup album, so it's, surprise, surprise. But yeah, I mean, this one.
I definitely am going to check it out because I was sitting here like, just going over the band because after I looked up Midwest Goodbye, and Midwest Goodbye, so they don't even have like a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I think that's why I think it's just like a
weird
I went to look at
Free Throw
thing.
Yeah. Then I checked Free Throw to see if it was like a similar thing. Yeah, but I am really intrigued.
Yeah, Midwest Goodbye has 3,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's about to be upped by at least 3.
They are getting fucking very good advertising right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're welcome. Actually, yeah. If we cross post this to Systematic Ecology, I think we get more monthly listeners than the band. Yeah, right. That's crazy.
But
not a competition, but
this song has 27,000 streams though.
It's good. So I wanted this to go to last because the other ones were my favorite, but I think just guys, I'm bad with words. Vibe wise, the vibe of the song, the tone of it fits the tone of Middlewest the best, I think.
It does.
And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it, but for me, I more think of Abel's dad with this. Because at first you think he's just this bad guy, the Storm. And then as he goes, he actually is caring for his kid. He wants to bring his kid home. He is worried about his safety and everything. And it's he doesn't know how to express that. And even the one time he's at the bar we mentioned, he's he's almost there. And then he's like, whoa, what did you do to your kid when they ran away? He's like, dude, what do you mean? Just talk to your kid. So tongue tied. I was I don't know. I kind of make that association a little bit. But yeah.
No,
what do you think?
I think it's good. I agree with you. And I think even though, again, this is about a relationship because it's Midwest Emo, this whole bit in the chorus where he says, every day I dial your number, I just never make the call. It's like standing on the edge so I can contemplate the fall. One that's wildly relatable. I feel that personally.
Incredible lyrics.
Yeah. So but if as Abel's dad, to your point, you're saying, he is angry, he is an asshole, but he does care about his kid. And so I could see him in that bar scene we talked about earlier, sitting there, with his phone pulled up, and picture, if you will, if you've never been in this situation, there's a contact pulled up in front of you and all you have to do is hit the call button and you just can't bring yourself to do it, even though you want to.
Yeah.
And I think that tension exists very much, like you said, within his dad.
Yeah. So. Which to me is just still crazy. And I hate to just talk about the comic so much because they're going to go listen to us talk about the comic. But that thought still, I don't know, it gives me chills, which is probably my favorite comic. I read it all the time. It's you don't see his dad having that same thought. His dad went off somewhere else and isolated himself. So his dad doesn't even have the struggle. So the fact that he has the struggle, that he has that desire where I could envision that character with his phone out, like you mentioned, I want to call. That's still so much progress from where his dad went, and yet it's still bad. He's still shitty, right? But it's I don't know. It's hard to just hate him.
Yeah. It adds complexity to the character, which is good writing.
Yeah. Skottie Young. Yeah, I hear he does something. Happens to be one of my 2 favorite writers.
Yeah. Also, I do hope that the bassist of Free Throw didn't just have like a one-off phenomenal song, because the bass line of the song is great.
Yeah.
It's so good. And it is one of the things that I do like about Midwest Emo is that you'll get a really solid bass line a lot because of like the prog rock, math rock influence.
Mm-hmm.
And I play bass. I like to hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
I love hearing
musically
people who know
solid.
something about music talk about music. I'm like, man, if I knew anything about music, I might sound like that. That was cool.
Well, that's good. If you go and listen to it, TJ, listen to the original version first, and then if you like it, listen to the 10-year anniversary afterwards. Because I do like, there's a song in there. Let me pull it up so I get the name exactly right. And actually, I wanted to ask you, TJ, like, since you're a fan of this genre, like, what if there's like a band or maybe like a song? Maybe we could just do a song that you want to, bestow upon Joshua as he continues on his Midwest emo journey. Like, oh, you have to go listen to this one. Let me pull up this Free Throw bit and name the song. Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of really good song titles on this album. So the album's called Those Days Are Gone. The song I'm specifically talking about is called Hey Ken, Someone Methodically Mashed it's scrolling. The Donuts. Hey Ken, someone methodically mashed the donuts. Solid name for a song. You also have great songs such as Kim Tasty, How I Got My Shrunken Head, Let's Get Invisible, What Day Is It? Titles. October. These are all great song names.
It's awesome.
But the song Kim Tasty is a heart wrencher, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
Worth checking out.
That reminds me of sorry, this is kind of random, but like the reason that Passenger became my favorite is because like obviously everybody knew the Let Her Go song. And I loved that song. Then I heard the album it was on. I'm like, man, that might be the worst song on the album. It's just crazy good.
Singles, that happens a lot with like radio singles. Yeah. Like you write a song specifically to be a radio single, it blows up. And then that's how you tell the posers, is that like when you ask like, oh, what's your favorite, song by such and such a band? And then they name like the number one song off Spotify, which a lot of times is a great song. But it doesn't mean it's the best one.
So true.
Dan gets frustrated with this because he has the Pretty Good Vibrations music podcast, which is wonderful. And they'll do like music tournaments, and sometimes it'll be based off like the best songs on Spotify in order of streams. And he'd be like, the people killed this band. These are not even their best songs.
I think the one exception might be Smash Mouth.
Ooh.
Their best songs were the ones that were in Shrek.
Yeah.
That's just true. Yeah. And Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah, they didn't write the songs for Shrek, but they kind of did.
Yeah.
Like they got told, "Hey, write a song for the movie," and they were just like, "We'll write a song. We're not going to tailor it to the movie or anything."
Yeah.
And it just
they had to know they were forever going to be the Shrek band, though. Like that's who you are now. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was gonna say something, just check this out by a band he hasn't heard, with a concept that he is familiar with because of Midwest Goodbye, Car Seat Headrest, and High to Death. The song High to Death, because I was trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it is Car Seat Headrest that has a song where the outro is from A Sound of Thunder by Ray Bradbury. It's like a dramatic reenactment of that short story.
Oh yeah.
I just can't remember what song it is, and I couldn't find it in the past 4 minutes or whenever you asked me to. Could text you eventually. But High to Death has this like a similar thing where the overlying plot of it, much like what was the show for Midwest Goodbye that they did the skit on? But they have a similar thing in High to Death where the song starts and is interceded by and ends with an artist who is defending like her, I guess it's not a dissertation for an art PhD, but she's defending like her final art project and her academic art life. I just think it's really beautiful, and it's so well done. And Car Seat Headrest is another one of those bands. It's like, hey, that's Midwest emo, you know.
So
Yeah.
Car Seat Headrest. You guys said Mom Jeans is someone I'd probably like.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the album Those Days Are Gone.
DJ just named is new to me, so I added that to my list. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. Oh, there.
Oh
yeah.
And then
You would.
go ahead.
Let's just
You know the
create
front
another
bottoms.
playlist.
Yeah, I know the front bottom.
Let's just
Josh knows the
create
front
another
bottoms.
playlist so I can be lazy and just
Okay.
add stuff in there. Because I really dig this stuff. But I'm like,
Yeah, the genre's good.
yeah, I'm like, so like before this episode, we were talking about like some philosophy stuff. And like, if someone never saw a color, would they learn something when they saw red, you know, whatever. And like, I feel like a lot of times that's me where I'm like, and you guys are like, I'm coming out and being like, wow, this is red, this is blue. And then you guys come out and be like, guess what? If you combine them, there's this thing called purple. And I'm like, whoa, what?
Purpling is
What
not
do you
allowed.
mean?
Joshua.
That's what this like.
No
That's what like
purple.
Midwest emo sounded like to me, though. It's like you guys going like, guess what? You can combine these things. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. We've already talked about how much we didn't like girls when we were young, Josh. You can't make purple.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Deep red and deep blue, but no fucking purple. Well, here, all right.
I tried.
I'm going to try to convince you to listen to more Hot Mulligan because I'm a fan of them. They have a song called I Fell in Love with Princess Peach. So
They also have a song called Monica Lewinsky.
they do. It's just a great song.
I mean,
And it is an amazing song. It's so
the
good,
title.
and it
How
has
do you
the
know it's
worst
not an
name.
armadillo shell? Is like also.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but the first thing that I saw when I saw this playlist. Sorry, guys, this is brain's not working, but I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, I thought this was Midwest because like my brain immediately hears armadillo and goes, yeah, that's Florida. I got a problem. I'm sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, which you just don't think unless you've been in Florida and seen them.
Yeah, which there are a
You
lot.
ask anyone who doesn't live in Florida, they don't know that there are armadillos. in
Florida, Alabama, Georgia, they have a lot. It's just a different type of armadillo. It looks different, but not like.
I would also say, like Neutral Milk Hotel
Yeah.
is one of those like earlier perennial classics.
Neutral
Also,
Milk Hotel.
kind of- Yeah, kind of got like heavily referenced in like sitcoms of the time by like the weird character.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Notably April from Parks and Recreation.
I do
but-
love April. April's cool. Also,
Yeah. Well, she loves Neutral Milk Hotel.
do you know who she plays in the MCU? Are you aware of this? The most infuriating thing
No.
the MCU has done is who she plays, and they sneak it into like Agatha All Along show. And I'm like, this is way too big of a character for you guys to be like, oh, by the way, this exists.
What is she, Enchantress?
She's deaf.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like,
pretty
what?
cool.
What do you mean you're just gonna drop that here? And like, because not everybody watches the shows. I'm like, I feel like it's kind of weird that you just snuck that in here, but it's fine. You know.
That's pretty
is
awesome.
cool.
Also, good choice.
Yeah. Also, she kills it. It's great.
Funny.
Yeah.
Good pun.
Yeah. Thanks.
Also, Joshua, Untitled. The band Knuckle Puck is great, but they have a song called Untitled, which is like that's like quintessential. Like that's going to show up on any Midwest emo.
I think you guys already know this, so our listeners know, and why I keep wanting the playlist. I work at Chipotle. By the time I start your burrito and get halfway through the line, I couldn't tell you what kind of meat is on it. If you had like I know nothing about this burrito. That's how my memory works. That's why I hate the playlist, because you guys are throwing stuff at me and I'm like,
song. I know nothing about this burrito. Look, all right. Joshua's had
we're
at
setting them
least
up.
3 good song titles. Someone should hire him to write song titles for Midwest emo band.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can just pay us directly. We'll
fair.
take, and you can use the names that we've made here.
Pay TJ, and he'll remember just the random stupid stuff I said. Yeah, one time Josh said this sentence. Not sure why.
I won't. I absolutely won't.
I don't know. You throw it up sometimes. Like, one time, Josh, I guess it's not sentences usually. There's weird things I didn't know. Usually you remember what I didn't know somehow. That's what sticks in your head. Or my bad opinions.
That's a good break.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember those.
You remember what I usually didn't know somehow. That's a great breakup song.
Yeah, he's full of them.
Yeah.
He's full of them. But I don't remember your bad opinions. People will ask me.
That's a good one.
Like, I'll explain
I don't remember
who
your bad
you are.
opinions.
That is a good one.
Yeah. I'll explain who you are. It's like, oh, Josh with the bad opinions, and they're like, oh, what are his bad opinions? And I've got like nothing.
You got a list.
I'll remember. Yeah, but like I got deleted off my phone.
Oh, that sucks.
When I got a new phone.
You can just start with
the only ones I can.
Thing.
That's not that bad. The only ones I can consistently remember are he thinks the Halo multiplayer is bad.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like anything about Halo, actually.
Right.
This is a perfect
and that
conversation.
You're a Florida State fan.
That's
that you
good
can't eat mayonnaise.
I can. I just don't. Why would I want to? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Josh.
I don't see the desire.
Maybe it's a Josh thing, but I'm
why,
with him.
Why are you spreading an egg on my sandwich? I can just eat an egg.
Or you could eat an egg sandwich.
Yeah. I don't need mayonnaise for that. Just have an egg. There. So.
Oh, and he doesn't like the finale of BoJack Horseman.
I think I might be have changed my mind on that. I want to rewatch it. I think enough time has passed for me to accept what happened. I was just too emotionally involved in a particular character because he happened to have the same mental health issues as me. Yeah, I think that's what happened there. So I need to rewatch it now that I've healed.
Fair.
That sounds so dumb. I have to heal from this TV show, then I'll go back and see it again.
So how do we end some joyful noise?
There's no rhyme, there's no rhythm, there's no reason, there's no pattern. Like it could just like randomly end like mid-sentence or something.
You could just be like,
we hope you enjoyed this episode of Some Joyful Noises, a proud member of the Anazal Podcast Network. You can listen to other Anazal podcasts with the link that's down below in this show's description. If you have ideas for this show or would like to lead one of these episodes, then you can email us at anazalministriespodcast@gmail.com and pitch an idea to us, and we'll talk about it and see whether or not we can make it work for you to lead your own episode. We hope to hear from you soon, and that you'll help us keep it noisy.